Hi everybody, this is the tutorial for Earthquake. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. Okay, so we're going to talk through the chords first. Now, we're in standard tuning for this song, and at the start of the song, we have quite a quiet part, and what we have is some chords of E major to begin with, which is an open E string, 2 on the A and D strings, 1 on the G, open B and E strings. Now I'm going to talk about strumming and structure and everything else in a moment, but let's talk through the opening part of the song and what chords we need. The second chord is an A minor chord, which is an open A string, 2 on the D and G, 1 on the B, and an open E. If you're quite new to the guitar, you might be familiar with the fact that the first chord E and the second chord A minor are just the same finger shapes, just down a string. The third chord is a G major chord, which is a 3 on the E, 2 on the A, 0, 0, 0 on the D, G and B, and a 3 on the high E. Just a few more chords. D major, which is an open D string, 2, 3, 2 on the G, B and E strings. Later on, we'll need a D major chord with an F sharp in the bass. If you're not too comfortable with stretching that thumb over the top for fret number 2 on the E string, then you can play a normal D major, but I will be using that. And the last chord we need for the introduction is a B7 chord, which is a, well, nothing on the E string, we don't play that one. 2 on the A, 1 on the D, 2 on the G, 0 on the B, 2 on the high E. So, as there's no real guitar part in this song, apart from like 2 seconds worth partway through the song, we can kind of come up with our own strumming pattern. And this is what I think works really, really well for this opening part of the song. So we'll go from E major, A, G, D, G, D with the F sharp. So for every chord, I'm playing down, down, up, down, up. But on the A minor and G, we kind of share that rhythm. So we can go down, down, up, down, down, up. And then when we get to the D chord, full strumming pattern. And then... So I'm going to play that first part of the opening start of the song, nice and steady with the strumming pattern, without me talking over the top of it. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to show you the second part, which has that B7 chord. But it's worth mentioning that if you want the chord chart for this, which has the full structure, as well as the chords and lyrics matched up, let's say you want to play along to the track, or if you want to sing along and you need to know which chord goes with which word, then head on over to Patreon. There is a link in the description. For the price of a coffee, you get everything wrought out professionally by myself, and you get access to not only this song, but well over 470 other songs. In fact, the people on the screen, who are my active patrons, will get this the moment this video goes live. So thanks to them for their support. More about them later. Anyway, let's play through the full introduction, which is also the chorus, which includes that B7 chord. So, E major, A minor to G, D, G, D in the F sharp, E, A minor to G, D, and then the B7 finishes off the opening part of the song. So at that point, we get the first verse, and again, because there's no real guitar parts going on, I'm going to show you what chords being played, and I'll come up with my own strumming pattern as well for it. And the thing is, we've got 3 lots of E major kind of plods along on this one chord. Before it finishes with a C major chord, and then a B7 chord. Now, C major is a new chord for this song, so we have 3 on the A string, 2 on the D, an open G, 1 on the B, and an open E. And it shares a bar, or shares a strumming pattern with the B7 chord. And if you were to play that chord progression 2 times in a row, you would get yourself the first verse. I'm going to play through that without me talking over the top of it. We then get to the pre-chorus. Now the pre-chorus has again a new set of chords, and looking over to my notes, there's actually a new chord in this as well, so it might be worth checking out the extra content over on Patreon for this. However, digging in with that pre-chorus, we start with C major, B7, D major, and E minor. Not to be confused with E major, which starts the song and is a heavy part of this song. In fact, you'll see E major more than this E minor, but we do need E minor in the pre-chorus, which is an open E string, 2-2 on the A and D strings, and 0 on the remaining strings. Basically, it's E major without this finger. That's E minor. And then after that, we have a C, a B7, and then a pause where there is no chord. There's just a path that leads us into the actual chorus. Let me play through this pre-chorus without talking over the top of it. We then have some good news. The chorus is the same set of chords that we had for the start of the song. And I alluded to it earlier, basically the start of the song is the chorus, just without all the percussive sounds, and it's just the bare bones of the chorus. So yeah, we just play through the same chords, and it'll just be once. I'll just demonstrate that. E, A minor to G, D, G to D slash F sharp, E major, A minor to G, D, and you can hit that B7 chord 2 times, which they do periodically through this song. Play that twice, and you've got yourself to the end of the chorus. Okay, so looking over to the notes, we have more good news. There is a post-chorus, just the part that comes after the chorus, and it is exactly the same set of chords that you played through the chorus. And again, looking at those notes, it's just more repetition. There is a second verse, which is the same as the first verse, where you play the E major 3 times round, before going to the C and the B7. Do that twice, and that's the second verse. There's also a pre-chorus, chorus, and post-chorus, which is just the same as what we've seen before, so we'll skip over those parts. However, we then get to a bridge section, which has a little bit of a difference, so let's break that down. The bridge has C major, D major, E minor, and G major. It carries on then with C, D, B7, B7 again. So that's C to D, E minor, G, then C to D, and then 2 lots of B7. So yeah, just another change in this song, which means, yeah, there's lots to try and remember. So yeah, definitely check out the extra sheets over on Patreon. We then get a bit more repetition to end the song. There is a chorus and a post-chorus, same as all the other parts that we've seen before of those sections. So yeah, just copy those note for note. And that is everything you need to get through this song. So if you are interested in that extra material, links are in the description for the extra material on Patreon. And as I mentioned, the people on the screen who are my active patrons, they'll get this sheet the moment this video goes live. So thanks to them for their support, thanks to you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.